Hello, this is Fred at the Gate with today's devotional. Please read Mark's Gospel, the 10th chapter, verses 46 through 52. You know, each of us have something that hinders us. Each of us have some kind of issue that we need help with that we can't get over by ourselves, or something we need to be delivered from, something we need to be redeemed of. And so, my brothers and my sisters, understand when that occurs, we have to have an encounter with Jesus. So when you encounter Jesus, there's some things to be mindful. In this story, from the text that I've given you, we're dealing with blind Bartimaeus, who was a beggar on the side of the road. But when he heard that Jesus was coming by, he screamed out, "Son of David, have mercy on me." He made himself known. He was making his request known. And that's what we need to do when we encounter Jesus. Make your request known. Now, the people around him, they were like, hush. They warned him to be quiet. And that's the other thing. We have to ignore man's restrictions. They were trying to restrict him and refrain him from reaching out to the one who could do something about his infirmity. But when you are the one with the issue, you are the one that has to ignore man's restrictions. Don't allow anybody to stop you from getting your blessing from Christ. You also have to be willing to be relentless, because it said he screamed out all the more, "Son of David, have mercy on me." The Son of David reference denotes that he knew Jesus was the Messiah, because Scripture taught that the Messiah would come through the line of David. So he had faith in the fact that this was the Messiah, and this was the one that could bring about the healing that he needed. You also have to be willing to rise. It said that Jesus beckoned him to come, and they said, well, he's calling for you. So the man arose, and it said he threw his garment to the side. That's the other thing. As you're rising, get rid of anything that may be holding you back, anything that you don't really need, in order to meet Jesus when he calls unto you. And then, my brothers and sisters, you can accept the restoration. He received his sight. Jesus told him, your faith has made you whole. Go your way. He received his sight, and he began to follow Christ. When you encounter Jesus, understand, make your requests known. Ignore the restrictions of man. Be relentless, because it is your issue, not theirs. He was the only one screaming out because he was the only one that was blind. Be willing to rise to meet Jesus, throwing aside anything that may hinder you, and then accept your restoration. This is the word for you and me today, my brothers and sisters. Be encouraged.